Hey guys, Mike here, Pat's Garage. We got the old Dirt Cheap 5.3 here. We have the knocking noise. We've got the whole top end tore apart. And really not seeing any problems here. All the lifters, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, everything up here looks like next to new. Heads look good. I really think we got a rod knock or something down here, but let's flip this thing over and tear it apart and see what we got here.
So right here, guys, I'm taking the oil pan off. You see what kind of surprises await us underneath. A little bit sludgy down there in the sump. Take the pickup tube off and the windage tray here. So far, everything looks good. I was just checking how much play them rod caps had, or the ends on the crank there. So all these rods are a broken rod, guys. They're broken from the factory, and so they fit together like seamlessly. So you want to make sure you mark these. So I just mark them 1 through 8, you know. And I'm showing you here how the bearings look good. That's number 1 rod bearing. So the driver's side would be 1357. Passenger side would be 2468, starting from the front. So you can see how I marked that one 1, and I also marked the cap 1. So the two ones go together. You can see how that rod's all bent. I don't know how it got bent. I'm assuming it hydrolocked or something, or it tried to compress some kind of liquid. Like I said, this engine, I bought it. The guy told me it had a knock. He thought it was valve train, but clearly it wasn't. So here's the rest. Looks like number 3 rod piston coming out. Bearings look good on that one. Number 4 coming, or that's number 3. Number 4 already came out. Like I said, I marked the sides of every rod cap with a silver Sharpie marker. Just knocking the rest of the pistons out. Every rod bearing looked good. And I didn't see any more bent rods either. Didn't see anything wrong with any of the pistons besides that number 1, where the bottom of the piston was, the skirt was hitting the counterweight on the crank. I'm sure that's what the knocking noise was. So you see it spins over nice and easy. All the rods and pistons are out of it. So I'm showing you right there where that piston was hitting the counterweight. It's scratched up, but there's nothing else wrong with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take these main caps off. And when you take these main caps off, you got all the top bolts loose there. I'll go ahead and take the side bolts out. When you take these main caps off, you got to use a pry bar or something. There's a hole or an opening on the side in the bottom side of each main cap. And you just get you a pry bar in there and just give it a sharp jolt. But what you want to do is leave one of the bolts in there, a couple threads. Well, there I'm showing you how they're numbered 1 through 5. And you can see how all the ears are facing back except for number 5. It's got to be facing forward because you have your rear plate there, or your rear cover, so it can't face backwards. But they're all numbered 1 through 5 on that, be the driver's side of the block. But right here, I'm pulling all them off, and I'm putting the pry bar in there, pulling the bolts off, leaving 1 bolt in there, because when you give that thing a sharp jolt, sometimes they'll want to jump up out of there and fly off and hit something and ruin something. So if you just leave 1 bolt in there with a couple threaded in a couple turns, you'll be all right. So you can see the holes under them caps on the sides. You can do that. All the main bearings look good. The journals on the crankshaft look great. I have no idea how many miles are on this motor. Thrust bearing looked good. And I'm not going to take the number 5 cap off because I don't have the flex plate and the flywheel, or the flex plate and the rear cover off, so I can't take that off. But I never think about doing that when I have it in the air on the cherry picker. But it's okay. I'll get it off there. I just didn't show it in the video. That bearing did have one scratch right in the middle long ways, but I'm not really going to worry about it. It's not going to do nothing but hold oil. So, I don't know what I'm saying right there, but I'm just showing you. Everything looks pretty good. The only thing that really had a problem with was that number 1 rod. It's bent up like a pretzel. Don't know how it happened, but it happened. So, here we're going to take the oil pump off. Just 4 bolts, slide it off. Next is going to be the cam gear, cam sprocket. All that stuff looks brand new. And here's the cam plate. And I hate it because it's got the flathead Torx bolts in there, and I hate those stupid things. They're very easy to round them out. But these all came out very nice. Broke them loose with a ratchet, then used my gun to zip them out. Here comes the cam. Shove a long screwdriver in there. Give yourself a handle. Slide it out easily without damaging the bearings, because the cam bearings in this look pretty good. I don't see any copper on them. They look good.
So here we got our short block, guys, or the block with the crank still in it. Everything looks great. All the top end stuff looks really good. Didn't see a problem with any of that. Actually, a lot of it looks brand new. Lifters look really nice. They're all the plungers are still up against the clips. All the clips are still there. The heads look nice. Pretty nice engine besides just one rod being bent. Camshaft looks next to new. So this was the knocking noise, if you guys didn't see from the video. How that rod got bent, I don't know. I'm guessing it hydrolocked. Maybe at some point they blew a head gasket or something, filled the cylinder with fluid. Then on the compression stroke, bam, bent the rod. You can actually see the rod was bent so much the piston was pulled down in the bore so much it was actually hitting the top of the counterweight on the crank right there. Pretty sure that's what the knocking noise was. And a little bit over here it was just touching, I believe, on the other end of the crank, on the other counterweight. So you can see here where that rod was hitting, and I believe, or the piston was hitting, I'm sorry, right here, and I believe that's where the other side of the piston was hitting. There's just a faint scratch mark over here. But I'll find a new rod and piston for it and throw this bad dude back together, and we will proceed in doing some videos on some other interesting things on this engine. I got some stuff planned for this one. So there it is, guys, our bent rod on number 1. Those are even Gen 4 rods. But I'll find a new rod and a piston for it. We'll slam her back together and go from there. Have a good night, guys.